the speed of thought. Deep within the glow of the Digital Citadel, a young student named Bram sat hunched over his desk. His head bobbed up and down like a thirsty bird, eyes darting between the screen and the keys. He was hunting and pecking, using only his index fingers to find every single letter. Above him, a holographic light bulb meant to represent his brilliant ideas flickered and dimmed, unable to stay lit, while his fingers struggled to keep up. Suddenly, the shadows parted as Professor Alaric stepped forward, his magnificent gray beard shimmering in the blue light of the lab. "Your brain is racing at 1,000 miles per hour, Bram," the professor said gently. "But your fingers are stuck in a traffic jam. The keyboard is not just a plastic board with buttons. It is a bridge, the vital connection between your imagination and the real world." To show Bram what was possible, the professor pointed to Alara. She sat in a cinematic, high-tech command center, her face illuminated by the vibrant neon glow of multiple monitors. To Alara, speed was a weapon and a tool. Her fingers danced across the mechanical keys with lightning precision, her eyes never leaving the screen as she navigated a complex digital landscape. The professor tapped a button, creating a split-screen hologram. On one side, Bram's 2 fingers moved slowly, searching for the letter B. On the other, Ilara's 10 fingers moved in a synchronized ballet. Digital energy sparks flew from Ilara's side of the screen, showing the massive power generated by her efficiency compared to Bram's slow, rhythmic tapping. "We weren't always this fast," Alaric said, pulling a heavy metallic object from a digital archive. It was a 3D animated antique typewriter from the 1870s. The QWERTY layout was actually designed to slow people down so the mechanical arms wouldn't jam. "We are still using an ancient map. To master the modern world, you must learn to navigate this old code with new speed." They moved into a massive digital library where a student named Jace was working. Jace didn't have to look at his hands at all. Because he could touch type, he finished his research paper in a fraction of the time it took others. "Speed gives you the gift of time," Alaric whispered. "By typing fast, Jace wins back hours of his life every week, time to explore, to create, and to dream." The professor showed Bram a montage of the professional world. He focused on Mira, a brilliant architect. Her left hand flew across keyboard shortcuts, while her right hand guided a digital stylus. In every field, from coding to music production, the keyboard is the steering wheel. If you can't drive it smoothly, you'll never reach the finish line of your career. "But how does my brain know where the keys are?" Bram asked. Alaric activated an X-ray visual. Bram's brain began to light up in brilliant neon colors. "It's called muscle memory," the professor explained. "When you practice, your brain creates a permanent map. Soon, your fingers find the letters as easily as your feet find the pedals on a bike." The professor held up a clean, glowing chart of 2 hands. "Every finger has a home," he said. He showed how each finger was responsible for a specific column of keys. The home base is where you rest. When you know the map, the hunting ends and the flying begins. Your thumbs are the kings of the spacebar, and the rest are the soldiers of the rose. "Posture is your foundation," Alaric cautioned, sitting down to demonstrate. He pulled his shoulders back and kept his elbows at a perfect L shape. "Sit tall, keep your feet flat, and let your wrists float. If you treat your body like a high-performance machine, it will give you the speed you need without the fatigue." It was time for a challenge. Jace stepped up to a golden keyboard. On the screen, a 3D fox appeared, coiled and ready. As Jace typed the sentence, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog," the fox leaped gracefully over a digital hound. "Perfect!" Alaric cheered. Every letter of the alphabet mastered in a single breath. Suddenly, A giant hologram of Earth filled the room. Alara was typing a message that zipped across the globe, connecting her to creators in every country. "The faster you speak to the machine," Alaric said, "the faster you can share your heart with the world. Touch typing is the language of global connection." Alaric turned to a sleek, futuristic robot named Cypher. "We are entering the age of artificial intelligence," the professor said. "Computers are smarter than ever, but they still need us to steer them. The keyboard is the steering wheel of AI. To lead the future, you must be able to speak to the intelligence at the speed of thought." The professor picked up a glowing keyboard, holding it like a trophy. "Bram, the world is moving faster every day," he said, his voice echoing with inspiration. "Don't let 2 fingers hold back a 10-finger brain. Master this tool. Find your rhythm, and you will find that there is no limit to what you can create." Bram placed his hands on the keys, his fingers finding the home row for the first time. The professor smiled at the reader. "Are you ready to find your home base? Your journey to digital mastery starts with a single keystroke. Like, share, and subscribe, and let's unlock your digital speed together."